My table's here. Oh my God, this is so pretty. Oh no, it's already got scratches on it. This is the cherry that I'm actually using because the walnut was just a little bit too dark. So let's open up these chairs and see if they're everything that I'm hoping they'll be. My table's here. Obviously, it's not in this little square box. I think these are just the legs. Actually, it came in 2 packages. And these are the legs, which came separately later in the day. I couldn't actually get the tabletop in by myself. It's way too heavy, which is actually a good sign because it's supposed to be, I believe, a wood veneer. I saw this same table on another website and I ended up ordering it from Amazon because it was like $100 cheaper. And it looked to be the exact same table. It was coming from China, so a lot of the times you can find like the same item or the same dupe of a more expensive table, and then they'll sell the same one. And the website that I was gonna get it from, I think was like a drop shipping website. So I just ended up getting it from Amazon and it was $100 cheaper. So I was like, why not? Now, the seller that I got it from, let me bring you closer because I'm yelling. Oh, it's heavy. Ah. So the seller that I got this from on Amazon, it only had 2 reviews. And originally when I was looking at it, it had no reviews at all. And then like a couple days later, it ended up having reviews. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I looked at the customer pictures and they look like real customer pictures. So the reviews were good. They did say that the quality of the table was good. I'm hoping that that holds up. So that's why I wanted to open the legs, which was the only box that I could actually get in, and just see the wood grain and the color and see if it matches up with what I saw online. Okay, when I first opened it up, I saw these MDF panels. Pretty sure they use these as additional packaging to make sure the table was secure and sturdy, which I only realized that when they did the same thing with my bed frame. Because I had opened that up and I was like, hold up, this is not what I ordered. All right, let's see. First of all, I just got off work, so I probably look absolutely crazy. Second of all, I apologize for my reaction to these things, but there's a reason why I went to school for interior design, because I do absolutely love design and I do absolutely get excited about these things. Oh my God, this is so pretty! This is, okay, this is the exact color that I wanted. It's the exact color of what it looked like online. And it does look like solid wood. I mean, it's probably not solid wood. It looks like pretty sure it's like a wood veneer. Anyway, I'm glad it's not a cheap laminate that they tried to push off as wood, because wow, this is pretty. And the quality is nice. I'm so excited. Wait, did I even mention how much this table costs? This table was originally on the website I was gonna get it from. It was, I think, like $720. I got this table off of Amazon for $550. That includes tax and that includes shipping. So I am a happy girl right now. Wow. I'm hoping that it's gonna be really sturdy. There is a support bar that goes across here, but as you can see, the table leg is relatively thin. This is one, and then there's one more on the opposite side, so there's just 2 table legs like this, but so far she is impressed. She is a happy girl. I have needed a dining table for the longest time. I originally had like this little 3x5 IKEA table, which served me well for its purposes for forever. I got that when I got my first apartment, and that was just for my 1 bedroom. It was literally just me. I didn't have my family yet. So, and then I got rid of that in order to make space in our last home for our daughter, because we were just in a 1 bedroom apartment, and we didn't have, she didn't even have her own room, let alone like a little playroom. So I kind of made a play area for her out of our dining room. And then when we moved here, I was like, oh, I finally have space for a dining table. This is, it's like an all open space concept. Kitchen, the dining, and then the living is here. So I know that I won't be here forever. So I didn't want a dining table that was too small, because I wanted it to last for a long time. But I also wanted something that would fit in our current space. I think that this one will get the job done. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. I can't wait to get that top in here. When Chris gets home, he's gonna help me get it in. I cannot wait to get that in here and build this table and get her done, because I got plans for her. Actually, I wonder if I'm gonna have to seal it. Now I need to go back to the website and go back to the vendor and see what their care and use instructions are for this, because I wanna make sure that, especially with my toddler, who's currently keeping herself busy with the kinetic sand, because I don't want it to get ruined right away with like water spills and things like that. I've never really had to care for a real wood dining table, because I just have my little IKEA table. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. And yes, I'll bring you along with me when we build her. What's up, baby? I'm gonna get your toesies.
No. You leave your pants on. Daddy's gonna get some shorts. You leave your shorts on. Come here. You wanna come up with me?
She is so darn cute. Hey, you toddles, off my table. Right, eat all your fingers and toes. She cute or whatever? We need to find some kind of instruction.
Careful, baby. That's so hard, baby. She fell into my arms. You fell into my arms. Oh, you fell into my arms. Love me? Mind your shot. Huh?
Just your feet.
Guantanamo Bay.
go. Okay.
Where is it? Oh, hold it. Wow. Oh.
Watch out, baby.
I don't know.
Oh no, it's already got scratches on it. Uh-oh. How do you get scratches out of wood veneer? She's very pretty though. Hopefully I can get a good angle of this and show you. Originally I was using the wax stick and that was coming up like this. Kind of dark. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it was leaving like a weird sheen, and I thought that the markers would leave a sheen, but actually I did a couple scratches with the marker and I rubbed it really good and it seemed to be working well. So I'm going to show you what I did at the other end of the table. This is the cherry that I'm actually using because the walnut was just a little bit too dark. So I've just been doing like a quick line like that and then going back. I'm actually rubbing it with my finger. Sorry for the weird squeaky noise. And then when my finger starts to feel really burned, I've been using this cloth, which is actually a sock because I couldn't find my cloth that I just washed, so a socky it is. So I keep doing that and then rub again. That's actually like filling in the little scratch and then taking off all of the extra that's around the scratch. But for what it's worth, it's doing a pretty good job. These are the deeper scratches and these are the biggest ones, so I wanted to see how it looks with these. That's better than nothing. I'm gonna keep working at this and I'm gonna come back and show you the result. So the chairs just arrived. I haven't opened them up yet. I'm about to do that now. I ordered a set of 2 chairs, which I ended up getting from Wayfair, and I had an idea in mind that I wanted to do 2 chairs without arms, 2 chairs with the arms, and then also a long bench because I feel like that would maximize the amount of seating, especially since this table is not extendable. So hopefully, I was looking and searching forever and ever, trying to find armchairs that match the armless chairs, because the company that I found these in, and I'm pretty sure these are drop shipped because I found them on a couple different websites from different vendors. So I was trying to find the same fabric and material but with the arms. So I think I found something that's pretty close, but I did want to bring these in and get them set up and see if I like them with the style of this table. I really wanted white or cream or like a creamish like light color with walnut legs. However, I didn't think that with my toddler they would last for very long, considering that she likes to destroy things and spill and everything else that toddlers do, or just kids in general. So I decided to go with a warmer color palette, which I think will still work for this style of table. And I think if it does look like the picture online, which I know there can be variations, but I do think that it's gonna work nicely, especially with the rest of my space, with it being such an open space floor plan. So let's open up these chairs and see if they're everything that I'm hoping they'll be. Wanna see what's inside? You got your tools? Wow. Oh. We got chair leg. Ooh. Oh. There you go. You're welcome, baby. So, just at first glance, I think that the wood is a little bit more, what do you call it? Like the striations, I think it's called. It doesn't have as much as like the curves in it, and it does have like a slight gloss to it as compared to the dining table that I have. But I think that it will still match. This brown is kind of more like a honey brown. It's not exactly like the same type of brown, but I think that we're still good and we're still on point with matching the dining table.
What's different? What's different?
This one? Okay. Where's the scissors? Oh, instructions in color. Fancy. I think this will be pretty straightforward. Let's see.
Where's your hammer?
Obvious. Flip it over. Ah! Not me not realizing that it was not attached. You gave him toppings? Yum. First chair done. Oh shoot. Why is it scratching the floor? Here's the final result of these chairs. I think that they look absolutely beautiful, and I think this is perfect for the style of this table. They seem to be pretty sturdy. The material is actually pretty nice too. These are a poly blend. The assembly could have been easier. None of the legs were labeled, so when I was assembling, the top didn't quite fit, and at first I thought it was misaligned, but I had to switch the legs, which you would think for a chair it would be a little bit easier as far as installation, and maybe that's what they were thinking. That's why they weren't labeling the parts, but anyway, we figured it out all good. I think that these chairs work absolutely beautifully for the style of this table. I didn't want to have too much chair because the table itself is not super large, and I always try to avoid the chairs overpowering the table, especially because you typically will have, you know, like at least 4 chairs at a table. I wanted it to look balanced and even, and I think the aesthetic of this table gives off the appearance of being like very light. It's kind of like a Japandi style. Oh, also an update on these scratches. I did, you know, try to fill these in to the best of my ability, but in the end they're kind of super noticeable. So I ended up reaching out to the seller, and they were actually extremely nice and extremely accommodating, and they're gonna send me a new tabletop. I was talking about like the quality of the table and just being more of a priority as opposed to getting a partial refund. So I'm so happy about that, and these chairs look absolutely amazing with this tabletop. I'm so happy. So right now I just have the 2 chairs. I was debating in chairs with arms, but the way these fit here, because my idea was to have 2 of these side chairs here, and they do like fit like that. So my boyfriend and I sat next to each other so I could test it out and see if you're like feel jam-packed, and it didn't really. Like obviously you're sitting close to each other, but you don't feel super jam-packed here. So my idea was to have 2 of these armless chairs here, and then for the ends of the table to do 2 matching chairs but with arms, and then on the opposite side to have like a bench in order to maximize seating. But now I'm wondering if I should just get 2 more of these chairs in the interest of not having too much going on like with this table, and having it look like more uniform and seamless because it is a smaller table. I don't want it to get too crazy and too chaotic and too busy. That's up for debate. If you have any suggestions, let me know. But so far, this is what we got, and maybe today I'll go try to find a little centerpiece for this table, something small, nothing too crazy. I did find these coasters at the At Home, and I thought they were so cute. They match the look of the table.